Hi, I'm Richard from the Grammar Goat English Academy. Welcome to my English language quiz. Are you ready to test your English language skills? If you've played my quiz before, you'll know there are 6 rounds. Round 1 is the grammar round, an amazing test of your English grammar skills. Round 2, words, vocabulary. Look at the pictures and say what you see. A great test of your active vocabulary. Round 3 is the listening round. Listen and count how many words you can hear. Round 4, the spelling round. Round 5, pronunciation. And round 6, the mystery round. Make sure you watch until the end of the quiz to discover this week's mystery round. Remember, if you learn something from my video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, the Grammar Goat English Academy. Are you ready? Let's start the quiz. Each round has 5 questions. That's 5 points per round. The maximum score from my quiz is 30 points. Make sure you keep a note of your scores, because I want you to tell me at the end of the quiz your final score. Let's start with round 1, which is the grammar round. Have a look at question number 1. You will have 2 seconds to say your answer. Question number 1. You are tired. You. You are tired, aren't you? Note my rising and falling intonation. Aren't you? We use this intonation pattern to check or confirm with our listener that what we're saying is true or correct. Number 2, it's lovely weather today. It's lovely weather today, isn't it? Again, isn't it? A rising and falling intonation pattern. Next, you went to Paris last year. You. You went to Paris last year, didn't you? Didn't you? You've probably noticed that this week's grammar round is all about question tags. How do we make question tags? I'll tell you at the end of the round. Question number 4. She shouldn't cut her hair. She. She shouldn't cut her hair. Should she? Should she? Should she? Okay, the last question. Question number 5. You love donuts. You. You love donuts, don't you? Don't you? As I said, we use question tags to check or confirm with our listener that what we're saying is true or correct. Question tags are a fantastic way of maintaining or continuing a conversation because they invite your listener to reply, so you can keep your conversation going. The intonation pattern when you're checking information is a rise and a fall. Don't you? Don't you? And how do we make question tags? Well, question tags are all about manipulating auxiliary verbs. If your auxiliary verb in your sentence is positive, then it's negative in your question tag. And if your auxiliary verb is negative in your sentence, then it's positive in your question tag. Most lexical verbs use the auxiliary verb do or don't. We can see don't because we use it to make negative sentences, but the auxiliary verb do is often hiding. This makes question tags quite tricky for many students. In this example, the auxiliary verb do is hiding. You do love donuts. You love donuts. We would only stress or say the auxiliary verb if we were making a point or disagreeing with someone. You do love donuts, don't you? Or, you love donuts, don't you? Okay, that was the grammar round, all about question tags. How did you do? How many points did you score? Let's move on to round 2, the vocabulary round, a fantastic test of your active vocabulary. Active vocabulary is vocabulary that you can activate, that you can say, or you can write. So, look at the pictures. What can you see? Number 1, what is it? It's a stool. Question number 2, what is it? It's a radiator. Number 3, what is it? It's a wardrobe. You can find a wardrobe in a bedroom, and usually you keep clothes in a wardrobe. Next, what is it? It's a fireplace. And the last one, number 5, what is it? It's a rug. Okay, let's move on to round 3, the listening round. If you've played it before, you'll know it's very simple. All you have to do is listen and count how many words you can hear. We'll start with an example. Are you ready? Listen and count the words. Where are you from? Where are you from? Check. Where are you from? There are 4 words. Okay, you've got the idea? Let's start with number 1. Listen and count the words. Your trousers are in the wardrobe. Your trousers are in the wardrobe. Check. Your trousers are in the wardrobe. There are 6 words. Next, I think the radiators are broken. I think the radiators are broken. Check. I think the radiators are broken. There are 6 words. Next, sit down on a stool and have a coffee. Sit down on a stool and have a coffee. Check. Sit down on a stool and have a coffee. A coffee means a cup of coffee. There are 9 words. Did you hear them all? Okay, next. I spilt tea on the new rug. I spilt tea on the new rug. Check. I spilt tea on the new rug. There are 7 words. Do you know this verb? Spill, spilt in the past, when you drop a liquid. Okay, the last one, number 5. Listen and count. I put your picture above the fireplace. I put your picture above the fireplace. Check. I put your picture above the fireplace. There are 7 words. How did you do in the listening round? How many points did you score? Let's move on now to round number 4, which is the spelling round. I'll say a word. How do you spell it? Spell Occupation. Occupation. Have you spelt it? Okay, check. Occupation. Your occupation is your job. Number 2, sincerely. Sincerely. Ready? Check. Sincerely. We end a formal letter with yours sincerely if we start the formal letter with someone's name. Dear Mr. Brown, yours sincerely. Okay, number 3, spell magician. Magician. Ready? Check. Magician. A magician is someone who performs magic. Number 4, spell harbour. Harbour. Check. Harbour. We use a schwa sound, at the end of this word. Harbour. Okay, the last one is number 5. It's an animal. Spell giraffe. Giraffe. Check. Giraffe. How did you do in this week's spelling round? How many points did you score? Remember, if you've learned something from my quiz, click on the like button and subscribe to my channel, The Grammar Goat English Academy. Let's move on to the pronunciation round. I'll show you a word. How do you say it? Number 1, how do you say it? One more time. Where is the word stress? I think you've got it. Bookshelf. Bookshelf. The stress is on the first syllable. Number 2. What about the stress? Where is the stress? Again, I think you've got it. Hot dog. Hot dog. The stress is on the first word. Next. Washing machine. Washing machine. Again, the stress is on the first word. Next. How do you say it? Bus stop. Bus stop. Again, the stress is on the first word. Next, how do you say it? Very good. Waiting room. Waiting room. How did you do in this week's pronunciation round? It's time to move on to our mystery round. This week, it's a bonus vocabulary round. Look at the sentences and choose the correct word to fill the missing gap. Here is number 1. How is Mount Kilimanjaro? How high is Mount Kilimanjaro? We use high when we talk about large things like mountains from the bottom to the top. Okay, next, number 2. John is so... He has grown so much. John is so tall. He has grown so much. We use tall when we talk about thin things, like a person or a tree. Okay, number 3 now. I can see that hair is back in fashion. I can see that long hair is back in fashion. We use long to talk about hair. How is the flight to New York? How long? How long to talk about time? The river is very. We will be sailing all day. The river is very long. Use long to talk about rivers. How did you do in the bonus vocabulary round? How many points did you score? It's time to add up all of your points from each round and work out your final score. Remember, the maximum score is 30 points. What's your total score? Please let me know in the comments. You can also tell me in the comments your favourite round and if you have any ideas for future Grammar Goat quiz rounds. As always, if you've enjoyed the video and you've learned something, please click on the like button and of course subscribe to my channel, the Grammar Goat English Academy. Good luck with your English language learning and I'll see you in the next English lesson.